My name is Lori Dobson. I currently live in St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I work at Raymond James Financial in the Tax Credit Funds Department. I'm an asset manager. I started jumping in October of 1997. I did my first tandem jump at Skydive Tampa. And shortly after that, it didn't take very long, maybe a year or two, I started being a skydiving video photographer, and I actually get paid to skydive and video people's first jumps. I'm an experienced skydiver. I have about 2,500 jumps. In October of 2010, at this very drop zone, I was doing a skydive called CRW. It's canopy relative work, when you hook several canopies together. I was wrapped in another jumper's canopy, which partially collapsed mine and put me in a very violent spin from about 10,000 feet down to the ground. I hit the ground about 75 miles an hour. I snapped my hip bone about 3 inches below the hip, broke my pelvis into 7 pieces, snapped my radius and ulna in half, broke my wrist, broke my thumb, and shattered my left shoulder into God knows how many pieces. Well, the reason I went to Florida Orthopaedic Institute is because after I had the original injury repaired, it wasn't in very good shape. They had pinned the bone as much as they could, but it had started to dissolve and eventually died, and I didn't have really any use of my shoulder whatsoever. This is the most that I had. They did a rotator cuff repair a couple years later, but their rotator cuff was pretty much vaporized and there just wasn't anything left of it, so it also wasn't very successful. Then on my original surgeon's recommendation, I went to a gentleman in Tampa who told me he didn't want to touch the injury until I was at least 60 years old or in so much pain I couldn't take it anymore. I wasn't very happy with that, so I looked up Florida Orthopaedic Institute on the internet of all places, and I found Dr. Mild. I went to see Dr. Mild. I told him the story. I told him about my lifestyle and what I wanted to accomplish. He agreed with me and he said, heck yeah, let's do it. I've referred a lot of people to go see Dr. Mild. Well, Dr. Mild is fantastic. He took the time to listen to me, listen to what I wanted and what I wanted to get out of the surgery and what my lifestyle was. And he was very realistic. He told me exactly what I could expect, what the worst case scenario was, what the best case scenario was. And he said that he would work with me throughout the whole process to make sure I could achieve the best results possible. The entire surgical staff and even the office staff at Florida Orthopaedic Institute is really terrific. From the moment I walked in to the moment I finished my surgery, it was a very positive experience. The surgery was actually quick. The recovery was fantastic. I was very comfortable throughout the whole process. They didn't even need to keep me very long, and I was back at home recovering. It was terrific. This is as much motion as I had before for 9 years, and if you think about that, it really limits your daily activities. Now, I can do just about anything I want. Florida Orthopaedic Institute is just fantastic. From start to finish, the process was actually pretty easy, very comfortable for me. I always felt very valued as a patient. I always felt that they took my needs into consideration. The timing was great. Dr. Mild was available for my surgical consultation on a Saturday, which is almost unheard of for a surgeon. That I really appreciated. I also appreciated the fact that he was able to schedule my surgery very promptly. My recovery was quick and easy. I hope I never do, but if I ever do need surgical intervention again, I will definitely go back to see Dr. Mild at Florida Orthopaedic Institute. Thank you, Dr. Mild and Florida Orthopaedic Institute. Woohoo!